Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. Mic check. Microphone check. Okay, I think we're good. All right. Okay, so we had a push up in pre-market. Let's see if this sustains. We see our here. Alrighty, so we see we have what we want to look out for right now is that's why I have the pink Ranger at 68.47. So let's give it a second, see what they want to do here. Let's see what they want to do. I'm gonna clean up the chart really quick. We see what we're looking out for. Higher time frame says we're far below the water, but we have some room for the up. 30-minute says we're above the water, but we might have a weak bear cycle, but we're starting the bear cycle. So I think we don't want to really put too much stock into these early morning algos. We want to let, one or two cycles go by. One or two cycles to go by just to see the direction. So we're going to be patient here. Another thing I want to discuss is sometimes we have FOMO, and if we have a business plan and a business strategy, and our strategy says that we wait for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of data before we take a move. So let's say that that is the thing, right? That's our thing. We have this criteria that we always stick to. Now, when you see a big move heading in a direction, you can't feel FOMO about that type of stuff, right? Because it doesn't fit into your business model. So, just because when we feel FOMO on a move, this is bad. It's bad for you because that means you're willing to obfuscate your business model. And if it's your business, why would you not follow your own business structure or strategy? So you can't feel FOMO on certain things. We have our criteria. If you know your business shows, we've done the research and development, and we believe that these setups are profitable setups for us, so we wait for these setups, then if you go in before, why are you feeling FOMO? Or why are you going in before? Or why are you thinking about going in if it didn't meet the criteria? So try not to have FOMO if it doesn't fit our strategy. All right, let's see what we got. Let's let these early candles play out. Let's take an overview. So this is what we're looking out for. Let's see if we continue to the upside or downside. But then, you know, look at this little liquidity box in here. This is why I put the pink Ranger a little lower than I'd like to, because I'm trying to watch out for this. I just want to make sure we're safe and we're not stuck within this range between pink and pink. So we're gonna let these early candles play out. There's nothing to do here, right? Just be patient. What we do know so far is puts on the top of this lick box, calls on the bottom of the lick box. That's what we do know. So until this is not a thing anymore, it's a thing. And that's the answer. Let's stop trying to predict where it's gonna go. Stop that. The market will tell us. We don't need to sit here and try to predict like a psychic friend or a psychic reader. Why? The market will tell us. It always does. And in the rare instance that there's a fake out, proper risk management, you'll be fine. All right, 5 minute meeting some resistance right here. Okay, so the 30-minute pink Rangers here, okay. The 5 MA is within range. The 5 MA is within range, so we gotta pay attention to the 5. All right, let's test to see if it's going to be build in blue and break purple. We're still testing. So build in blue, break purple. That's what we're testing. So what we want to see is if we maybe grab liquidity from up here. All right, so now we're just patient. Can you hear me or no? Is there audio? Okay. That might be your settings. Yeah, if you can't hear me, that might be your settings. All right, is that better? Do you have audio now? Okay. All right, let's continue on. So this uptrend, we gotta wait for this cycle to finish, right? Let's see if we grab liquidity from the top. And then we want to look out for If we don't reject here, let's look out for a break and retest of 71.49. Okay. So we'll see if that all plays out. Here, I'll for a reminder. It's hard to draw the path early in the morning because we have no direction. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But I think it's looking pretty good so far. So we'll see what's up. Look at this rally up, man. Look at that rally. What an amazing move early in the morning. Jeez. See, stuff like this you can't feel FOMO about. There's absolutely no reason for us to take a trade there. We have you're guessing. We don't know the direction of the market. All we know is we're in this lick box. What's a lick box? This thing that I drew. If you want some security on puts, wait for the cup to close. Wait for this if you want some security on puts. If it's going to be puts, I don't know, but wait for the cup to close if you want some security. We're still before our trading time frame, but sometimes it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. We're still testing, right? We're testing this purple and everything. So we're still testing. We got to see how it reacts to purple, right? We have to see how it reacts to purple, and again, we need a few cycles to go by. We need a few cycles because we're in purple until we're not. If this is a purple, right? We're still testing, so we're in purple until we're not. That's the answer. See how everything's stress-free? You don't have to stress anything. We know what we're looking for, or at least we know what the higher probabilities are. All this is based off probabilities. Okay, if you're interested in learning how to trade stress-free, send me an email to LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com and I'm going to get you sorted out. We do this every day. Stress-free trading. So here we go. We're in purple until we're not. That's what we do know. If you're looking for some safety, wait for this cup to close like this. But we're in the middle of the water here. Nothing to do here. There's no trade set up. We gotta wait. Look, we're in this liquidity box. See this liquidity box? So now we want to know if we're going to continue here or here. That's what we want to know. Now, if we just stay in here, it's Friday. That could happen. They like to burn out contracts, right? They want to use theta and burn out all the contracts. So we want to, you know, it's Friday. I personally don't, you know, I'm not a big fan of Friday trading, but so we're in purple until we're not. We see where the resistance is, right? It's right here. So if this is going to be a weak bear cycle, Discord knows what a weak bear cycle means. If you're going to be in, if this is a weak bear cycle, you have to measure risk to reward, right? Because you know resistance is right here. The market is showing you exactly where resistance is. Now, unless you know something I don't, I would wait for the break and retest for calls. All right, we're gonna see if it's gonna be build in purple or break a green. This blue is a buying channel. I'm gonna keep blue here for reference, but I think I want to use purple and green for the day. We're gonna figure it out soon. We're still testing, so we want a couple cycles to go by. Listen, we do this every day. There's gonna be a point in time today, excuse me, where I'm going to say, okay, everything's gonna get a lot easier from here. You know, every day this week has been proof of that. So we're just going to continue doing what we're doing because we have a high success rate with it. So why switch it up? And the truth is, it takes time. It takes time for everything. So we're gonna let it cook the right way. All we know, puts on the top of this liquidity box, calls on the bottom. That's all we do know for right now. So until that changes, this is the pattern. Just be patient. It's Friday. No reason to destroy the account today. For what? Trade light today, as a matter of I personally don't like trading on Friday, so personally I don't. I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I'm watching along with you all. We're watching. Let's look at the higher time frame. See if the higher time frame can give us some clarity. We like to guide off the 5-minute, by the way. So in our Discord, we guide off the 5-minute. So it's going to be hard to trade off YouTube because you need to reference the 5-minute chart. I offer the charts in the for free in the Discord. Well, as long as you have like the free trading view account, you should be able to. Oh no, I think you can just click on it and it should just take you. I don't even think you need to have an account. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look, but I know it's easy to use it. So my Discord members can reference all of my charts. And for right now, we're in purple until we're not in purple. We're actually, it looks like, you know, we have this, we're in between all of them. We don't have a dominant algo yet. I think it might be magenta. We'll see. We'll see. So magenta for the up pre-market, but we'll see if it's going to keep the same algorithm during the trading day. I'm not 100% sure I want to use this one either. We'll see. We're still testing, right? So there's no, this is our business. We have a strategy here. This is an actual business that works, and this is part of it. I'm not going to sit here and try to risk everybody's money, because I know people are depending on me, or I know people are watching, right? And I'm not going to go in on ego. I'll wait for confirmation. If that's too late, if you're sitting here watching and you're trying to just get answers immediately to get a quick win, or satisfy some type of mental stress you have in your mind about always needing to be in a trade, this isn't for you. That's not how this works. We need direction. We just know that we're in this liquidity box. That's all we know. Now, if it is gonna, okay, excuse me. You can kind of see what might happen. So let's see if I messed that up. Let me draw that again. So let's see if this is going to be the handle forming. So maybe like the cup closed, the handle, you see it? Oh, okay, yeah. See the handle right to this left. I'm not going to draw it right on it, because then that'll be too self-serving. In real life, this is how I would have drawn it, just like this. I wouldn't have drawn it this tight. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I draw it, because what I'm trying to highlight are the actual prices, not the path, right? It's the price. You see how this green is hitting with this 670 50 pretty much. So it's the price that I'm referencing, not necessarily the length of time, because I don't know, because you know, going left to right is the time. I don't know what time this is going to happen. I just know what it needs to look like. Let me clean up this chart just a bit. All right, got some movement here. I'm just going to clean up the chart just a bit. All right, so there's a weak bear cycle that this is tough, because it coincided with our resistance. I'm going to clean it up just so we can have a better idea what's going on. We knew there was going to be a pullback right here. We already knew that. How do we know that? Because that's the pattern. You're in the pattern until you're not. So don't forget, we're still looking out for Still looking out for that, don't forget. Now we're high above the water on our MACD. So we're in the uptrend. We're high above the water. On the 1 minute, let's see. On the 5 minute, we're breaking above the water, and okay. So we're still, look, we're in this until we're not on the 5 minute. That's the answer. 30 minutes says we might be starting our bull cycle. So let's wait for the confirmations. Whatever confirmations we need to, let's just wait. Once certain things start to happen, we'll it's a confidence level 2 because we're still in this lick box, okay? Okay, while we're here, I'm going to test green and purple. I'm going to test green and purple, so we're still testing. I'm not extremely happy with this magenta right here, but I'm going to use it for now. Okay. Kind of a similar pattern to what we've seen earlier this week. I'm seeing some similar patterns, and I do remember a secondary liquidity. I'm not gonna front run it. We'll let it tell us what's gonna happen. The market will reveal itself. It always does. So we're just gonna be patient here. Man, I'm not a big fan of this, but I don't have anything else to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if this is going to be our shoulder right here. Okay. If we do break purple and green, you know you can't overstay your welcome, right? Because you're still in this lick box, so you got to take profit if it makes sense. Because you can see how it can turn around on you real quick, and one candle wipe out everything. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. That's not how, you didn't miss anything. Wait for your confirmations. You didn't miss anything. Look, I'm telling you, the safety is going to be, I've already said it. You know, if you want to wait for this, that's a thing too. You don't have to get in the lick box, right? Because this is the risky part. You don't have to trade in here. I'm telling you that if you get in here, it's risky because you're inside the liquidity box. You know, we already went over this. If you want some safety, wait for this liquidity box to break. That's the answer. There's nothing more I can do other than, you know, tell you what the truth is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let another trade's protected. I'm gonna keep it really tight though until I get some more. I told you, look, you weren't too late. I told you you weren't too late. But now if you wanna, you know, now you may wanna trade protected. I can't lose from here, so you didn't miss anything. We do this all day, every day. You trust me, you didn't miss a thing. That's not how, yeah, I need you to get that out of your mind. Because that's going to lead to FOMO. FOMO is going to lead you to revenge trading. Revenge trading is going to lead you to destroying your account. This is a business. You have a business plan. We know our risk and reward. If it didn't look good to you to take it, then don't take the trade. You don't have to be in a trade. Every move isn't a trade. That's not a thing. Every move is not a trade. You're gonna poison your mind by thinking, oh, I missed it, and FOMO. I'm telling you, it's not a thing. We do it every day. Like, how did you miss something if we can literally turn around and do this Monday? You didn't miss anything. There it is. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money we printed. Easy claps. Congratulations, congratulations. Easy, easy, easy. Good job, Discord. I love you too. Don't worry. I love you too. Easy money. Look at the money we're printing right now. Look at this money. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There it is. There it is. And this is how we were patient. This is how you trade. This is how it's done. If you're not in this Discord and you think you're going to make it off of YouTube, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you. It's not going to happen. Don't be greedy now. Congratulations, Discord. Easy money. We do it every day. If you don't have a strategy, it's never going to work. If you don't stick to your strategy, you have nothing. I'm telling you, I've taken a lot of time doing this. This is not something I'm copying from the internet and cut and pasting. No. You see me doing this live. I'm doing it live in front of you, and I'm giving you my logic, my reasoning. I'm telling you my confirmations. I'm telling you what needs to happen first. This is all done live and in real time. All done live and in real time. We all knew what to expect. Now, how you manage the thing that I cannot do is how you manage the money. I can tell you where the profit is. What you do after that, that's on you. There's nothing more I can do. So if you're the type that wants to go in heavy, take your wins and get out, you could have been done for your week right here in this move when you understand the risk management strategy. Or if you're the type that wants to go light and just let it ride, you can do that too. But you didn't miss anything. You never missed anything. That's not a thing. You did not miss anything. Yeah, every day we do this. I think, Rhino, you've been here, you know, reasonably short amount of time, and I think you have a pretty good success rate. So because you're success, I think, you know, I believe, you know, I'm not checking your P&L every day, but I think you got a pretty good success rate. So, you know, we don't need to be greedy here. Let's just take it in stride. We got to build this account slowly, brother. We're here. We're all here together. We're here together. See if I can get a little bit more out of this. I like to get a little bit more. Again, listen. Puts on the top of lick box, calls on the bottom. This was said the first thing in the morning. So, yeah, I'm literally telling everyone the answers to the test. That's nothing more I can do. If no one's listening, good luck. Eventually, you'll start to see the patterns, and you'll see, oh, okay, he said this thing 17 times already. I'm getting tired of missing it. Eventually, it's gonna happen. I already know it. We're just identifying risk, right? We knew we're in this liquidity box, and you can't ask for much. Now, when we start getting out of it, okay, then that's different. Maybe hold a little bit longer, or whatever your strategy is. We identify risk. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Alibaba's in Escondido. Alibaba's is the cleanest restaurant I've ever attended. The bathrooms are immaculate. The food is spectacular. We have a new head chef. He's done wonders to the menu, and I highly recommend it. If you are in the San Diego area, Escondido specifically, head to Alibaba's in Escondido and tell them LiveSPYTrading sent you and get your 20% off. Okay, let's see what we got here. So it's rejecting underneath green. Let's see if we get some strength underneath green. Okay. Another bite at the apple here, huh? Another bite at the apple. Let's see what we got. All right, this candle took me out. I started to chase it. Once it rejected, I started to chase it. This candle took me out. So we'll see if I get back in. It's okay. You know, good little move from purple to somewhere in here. Start the day green. No problem. No problem. Some money is better than no money. That's my motto. Some money is better than no money. I can always get back in if I need to, right? Let's check the higher time frame. Okay, so on the higher time frame, on the 5 minute, I highlighted the magenta. This was a from 670, let's say it right here, 670.65 to 669.98. I'd have to consider that a win. Looks like a win to me. Looks like money was printed. Now let's see if we get a weak bull cycle here. It's still rejecting under green, so let's see if we get a weak bull cycle. A weak bull cycle, we want to look for something like this. Now look, we're below the water. We're starting our bull cycle below the water. As a trader, you need to figure out what type of trader you are. Are you the one that's going to take the quick hit? Are you holding for the long run? That's what you need to figure out as a trader. You know, because after you click buy, I can't do anything. I can only show you where the risks are. How you manage the win, that's on you. But, you know, we have... this entire week, I lied. We did get faked out one time. I did get faked out one time, but I didn't let it happen again. But besides that one fake out, this entire week, we are 100%. So that's a pretty good record. That we had one fake out. And because that hurt me so bad, that's why this morning I was saying about that secondary liquidity I was worried about. Yeah, that fake out hurt me so bad. It's more of like an ego. It hurt my ego, and you know, because you know you don't like to be wrong, but that one fake out was the only, you know, maybe, I guess you can call it a lot. I mean, it technically went into profit, but it was too quick to even actually take profit. So I don't count that type of stuff. I don't count that. But anyways, back to the action. Let's see what's gonna happen. We're still in the middle of the lick box. None of our pink rangers are broke. So if you didn't take any trades, good on you. Now, if it wants to head up, I'm gonna clean this one off really quick. Here, just take a screenshot or something. I'm gonna clean it really quick. I'm gonna clean this up really quick. I'm gonna show you the other entry for calls. You want to look for okay. So you have to allow for that type of movement and retracement to happen, like you know, exactly how I'm describing it. You have to allow for this, Because if it doesn't do this dance right here, then you don't know you have strength or liquidity to continue the move. You know, you need to see continuation. So I'm not saying that it has to happen every time. Obviously there's one where you can see one candle, but we like to see the dance, more of a dance, because it tells us that we have strength, that we have momentum. This is momentum. Clean it up real quick. So understanding that we were in the middle of this liquidity box was key, right? We needed to understand you got to chase this and take profit when you can. We knew that. Understanding your risk, that's what we do. Now, if we get below this, then maybe let it ride a little bit longer. We went over this morning, so I'm just repeating what I said earlier this morning. We knew the risks here. We knew not to overstay our welcome. Luckily, we got another bite at the apple here. Before, when I first started trading, I definitely would have been out on like this candle here. But now I'm able to, hold a little bit longer, and I was able to chase it on this one. I expected this rejection here, so, or I hypothesized there's going to be a rejection here. So I was able to get another bite at the apple and take some good money. Green for the day. Green for the day. Which, that's a good thing to take those early wins, because now you got a little bit of cushion. If you do end up taking a loss today, you got a little cushion, right? You got a little money to play with. So what I'm going to do is if I'm still in this lick box, I'll probably reduce my contract size, and I'm going to reduce my contract size. Now I got a little cushion. I can let things play out. Green for the day. So how about I only risk half? I can risk half of the profit. That way I come out on top. And if let's say if I go in on whatever I go in on, and I get stopped out for a loss, at least I got half of my profit. I can walk away for the day green. And this is how you preserve your account. So okay, magenta. Because essentially what we want to see is, watch, on a micro scale, you want to see this do this to do that. You want to retest this top. Now I think there's pretty good liquidity built up on this magenta right here. Maybe I need to adjust it just a tad. Let me see if I could. I don't want to mess with it too much because it would be too self-serving if I adjust it just to make it look pretty, for, to make people think like, oh my god, look how perfect this guy's trend lines are. And I mean, to some degree we need to adjust, right? To some degree we're gonna have to adjust because the market tells us what's happening. It doesn't matter what I think. So I might have to adjust. I just don't think it's necessary yet, because it would be too self-serving. It would look too set up, too perfect, and I don't want to do that, because I'm a human being and I make mistakes. I don't want to give any impression to anybody that we are 100% perfect and there's no risk in that's not what I'm saying. I don't want to portray that. Okay, equally on a micro scale, you want to look forward to see if you're getting a head, shoulder, and maybe another shoulder on the way out here. So you see we're in chop. This is chop. We've identified it. So I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. If that was difficult to see or understand, you got to join the Discord. Okay, I'm gonna put this secondary liquidity up here then. I guess I'm gonna use this magenta for now. So essentially what we want is this bolt up. See this bolt? We want that to make sense with the overall structure, right? You see how that kind of makes sense with the overall structure? We want this to make sense. So certain things need to happen for this to make sense. So maybe I should probably draw, now that I have this secondary liquidity here, let me make it a little more specific. All right, you see the bolt now? So this purple has liquidity in it. The secondary liquidity I was talking about. So you have to, you have to pay attention to it. I'm gonna go to the 5 minute in a second to make that chart. Man, it is difficult to like chart teach on two different time frames, and this is not easy. I mean, maybe it's easy for some people, but maybe I'm just not that talented. Man, I want to say it looks like we're doing this right here. Okay, we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 2. I'm gonna remove this to a 1. I guess I just don't like it in this range. You know what I mean? It's just in a really, so if we overlay our 5 minute with our 1 minute, it's like we're still in this tight range. So even if you were to break yellow on your 5 minute, your risk, which would be magenta here, your risk to reward is tight. So because we know we're in the lick box. So we're measuring risk to reward. We're looking for structure. Remember what the structures were. If it wants to go up, we're looking for this. If it wants to go down, and let's say this is going to be, I wouldn't even really consider this a weak bull. I don't know what I consider. No, I wouldn't consider this a weak. What do you call it? A weak bull cycle, because it technically went above the water. So we'll stay consistent. Man, I mean, I'm only putting this here. I'm gonna leave it a 1. I'm leaving this a 1 because the risk to reward here is tiny. It's very small, but you know, it is a thing, so I can't ignore it. It is a thing. So remember, we're testing to see this theory right here. What are we doing? We're testing to see this. If you're not in the Discord, it's going to be very difficult for you to trade right now, because you need that 5 minute chart, because we guide off the 5 minute chart. Do you see why I call it stress-free trading? Because we know what our, oh geez, hold on. Okay. Okay, maybe some confluence here on the break of yellow. Okay, this is a 670.93. Okay, that's over 30 points. This is a winner. I literally just said you have to be in the Discord for this move because you need the 5-minute chart. I just said it. I just said it. Okay, you can't overstay your welcome, right? You see the I'm gonna clean up this. I want to clean up the chart, but I can't. Excuse me. I want to clean up this chart, but I can't because all the information is necessary. Okay, I'll be honest, I completely missed this because I was talking too much. I was talking so much that I missed my entry. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Well, that's not too quick to make it. Okay, so then that's fine. You were still able to collect some. This is okay. Good. You're identifying risk, right? So now that you've identified that, you knew you needed we're in a tight range. So smart on your part. However, we just need to work on. Hold on. Let me show you. So technically, purple would be your exit in this. Just take your time, Rhino. You're doing fine. As long as you're 100%, so, or you're doing very well. I don't know your exact win rate, but you're doing very well. You didn't do anything wrong here. That was the absolute right thing because we knew where the resistance was. So you did the right thing here. You didn't do anything wrong. You'll learn to hold for certain, so I'm gonna mute YouTube really quick. I'm gonna speak to you directly, Rhino. Give me 1 second. And I need someone to remind me to take YouTube off of mute. But Rhino, give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk to you directly. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Rhino, I hope that was I'm pretty sure you got it. You're a smart guy, so, and you're doing very well. And also, I would like you guys to trade with each other. Let each other know what's going on. Trade with each other. Don't be afraid of that. I think everyone's afraid to be wrong. Everyone's too afraid to be wrong. Listen, the best traders in the world get it wrong. What makes you think you're better than them, right? It's okay if you get it wrong. You have to understand we have a strategy that wins, and mathematically speaking, you're gonna be okay. It's the fear. You're experiencing fear. Once you start trading like a robot, everything gets easier. Everything gets easier. All right, now let's wait for our next setup. Now we wait for the next setup. And I'm really glad the Discord members are like really paying attention to what I'm saying. Because as soon as I said we're guiding off the 5, Rhino was right on it, and good job, man. Good job. And even here, you know, based on what I just told you, look how it looks so juicy to close the trade, right? But you know, based on what I just told you, you still got you still got a chance. You see it? It's happening right now, Rhino. You see it? Look what's happening right now. You still got another shot, right? Even though it's close and it looks like it wants to, you still, this is the probabilities I'm talking about, because I've seen it happen so many times. I know you're better off just going through the discomfort, and eventually you'll see, oh, okay, it's not discomforting at all. I know what needs to happen. I know what my exit is. Look what's happening, Rhino. It's happening right now. You see it? Look, it's happening. Boom. That's why I tell you, you can use this or you can use the other thing. It's whatever your comfort level is, right? So I recommend when you're starting out single contracts, use the guardrail. Take your money and get out, right? Because I know, excuse me, I know the mentality of a brand new trader. You're like, why would I give away this money that I made for sure? Look, Rhino, it happened. Look, it happened. It's happening right now in front of your face. Let me check the Discord. Okay, you see it? There it is. So, and now look, is it going to be 100%? No. But are we in the like 85 to 90%? Yes. Yes. We are there. So this is the risk management I'm talking about. And I promise you, it's gonna be like this every time. Every time. It's never gonna change. You're doing well, my friend. You're doing well. You're doing well. All right, our Pink Ranger is a winner, 100% winner on our Pink Ranger. Congratulations if you took the Pink Ranger. Oh, no, wait, let me double check. Almost. Pink Ranger hasn't won yet. I was premature on Pink Ranger. So give Pink Ranger a second. And you know what? We're in a government shutdown. WTF, right? Do not have a bias. This is why you don't have a bias. The market will tell you. Why are you trying to have a bias? For what reason? You know something the market doesn't know? Of course, if the answer is no, then why are you trying to guess where it's going to go? Why? Doesn't make any sense. Do you know if someone hit buy like 25 minutes ago with you know, $500,000 in contract? All right, Pink Ranger's a winner. There we go. Pink Ranger's a winner. We're 100% Pink Rangers. Okay. All right, Pink Ranger's a winner. Pink Rangers are 100%. Look at the money. Rhino, look what's happening. Look at the thing I just told you to look at. Do you see it? Don't let it fool you. This is what new. You'll get it. You'll get it. You're doing very well, man. You're doing very well. You're just like, okay, LiveSpy, you tell me what to do and I'm gonna do it, and then I see you're absorbing the lessons. Yeah, this is normal. You're gonna follow the pattern. Look at the money on Pink Ranger. 100% winners on Pink Ranger. Now how you manage the money, that's up to you. I am not there to, slap your little hand and tell you, don't move your stop, or why didn't you move your stop? I'm not there to do that. I'm telling you where to make the money. This is where you need to refine your skill and to embrace the retrace. Whatever's little, look at the money we just printed. Good job. Good job. Pink Rangers, 100%. Pink Rangers are 100%. Amazing. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. This is how we sustain. People always ask me, I think they're afraid, is this sustainable? Is this a sustainable thing, day trading? You know what? They always have this, they have this this statistic that says 95% or 90% of day traders lose. Not in this Discord. That may be true, but not in this Discord. Oh my, look at the money we just printed on Pink Ranger. Oh my goodness. We do this every single day. I'm amazed that my inbox isn't flooded because they think they can get it. What's going to happen is eventually they're going to be reliant upon me. You're going to be beholden to me forever. And is that what you want to do as a trader? You want to be beholden to one person forever? I'm teaching people how to be leaders, not how to follow me forever. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm realistic. I know eventually you're going to learn it, and you're not going to need me anymore because you're going to learn it. I'm not stupid. I know what's going to happen. So this is expected, and this is actually my goal because I want to help people. If you don't want to help yourself, don't know what to tell you. Everyone in the Discord, look at the money we're printing. Look at the money we're printing. With our simple rules, I have the exit set up, I have the entry set up. I don't know if it gets better. I honestly don't know if it gets better. I would love someone to show me, someone on the internet doing this. No one's doing it, not like this, not with the precision, not with the guidance, not with the confidence. It doesn't happen. And you're nickel and diming yourself like, I don't want to contribute to something. Okay, then don't contribute. You figure it out on your own. Good luck. Good luck. Sometimes you need to stand on the shoulders of giants to see over the fence. And if you don't humble yourself and realize, hey, this guy is teaching me something or I'm learning something, if you don't find value in this, that I've been 100% today and yesterday and the day before that, 100%. Send me an email right now. You can go into the Discord. I will send you a free trial. You go into the Discord and look at the wins. Just go through the wins. Go through all the wins because I post them every day. And you tell me. You're so willing to go spend money on alcohol and probably drugs or whatever you're doing, degenerate things, instead of investing in your future and your family. Look at the money we're printing, Rhino. Look at it go. It's already done for you. You didn't have to think. You didn't have. Oh my God, it doesn't get any better. It actually doesn't. Look, I was telling everyone we need to see the fade to a direction. We're gonna see microstructure. You didn't see me doing it down here, right? I told you what it needed to look like. If it was gonna do that, you wait for this. That's what I told you. That never happened. We trade with, look at the money we just printed. I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. And look, we identified this blue very early on. Very early on we identified the blue. Look, came back to use it. You gotta understand how the market breathes. Once you understand how the market breathes, you'll know when to take a breath. And that takes time. And if you think you're gonna try to YouTube live success in day trading, I wish you the best, but I don't think that's a reasonable or rational expectation. It's just not. The Discord members we get together on Sundays we do classes, which I have a lesson plan, but it's going to take me a while to get it together, but I have a really good lesson plan for, I wanted to do it Sunday, but I think it's going to take me a little bit to get together, and I want to present it in a I need to go back and find the data that shows exactly what I want to. Look at the money we're printing right now. I am amazed. Hold on, I need to focus really quick. I need to focus really quick. I'm going to take some profit off right here. Give me a second. I just need to focus. Hold on. I'm going to take... It didn't fill. My stop is at this dotted line you see. I'm trying to make it like match up with the brokerage, but it didn't fill. Okay, I'm still in it, so I might I might try to chase it now. Don't know what to do. I'm gonna inch it up a little bit. It's gonna stop me. Okay, that got me. That's fine. I took dang. That's fine. I like to use the guardrails, so that's what I like to use. It's okay. I actually took all the contracts out, so I don't have any more trades on. I don't even have any runners. That was it. Okay, good trade. On our Pink Ranger, 100% winners. Good job. Okay, I'm going to, this was perfect. This was an amazing setup. Break of our yellow, which I just said. How much was this money? How much money was this? 670. 2 full points. 2 points. And you're wondering if you can sustain in the stock market. Come on now. Did I read that right? Hold on. Did I read that right? 670.94. Okay, so 671. Okay, a point and change. A point and change. I'll take that. I'll take that. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed this right here, but I'm not gonna say anything. Just. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna take a little quick breather. This is a breathe right here. Anyways. Look, it didn't close. Rhino, you see it didn't close? It's really close, but it didn't close. Rhino, you see it? And that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Another bite at the apple. You usually get another bite at the apple. Okay. I know you're paying attention. You don't have to type. I know you're paying attention. Everything I just said happened. I'm so mad at myself. I'm mad at myself, but give me a second. I'll be right back. Gotta wait for the next setup. Let me show you what the next setup might look like. Here we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Discord, we should be done for the day. Listen, we had a full point and something move. We should be done for the day. Matter of fact, we took a little quick scalp on this, and then we did break of our yellow. Look at the money. Come on. We should be guiding off the 5, right? We should be guiding off the 5. No, don't need to do it. It's magenta. So guide off magenta. Amazing. Guide off the 5. And then if you're guiding off the 5, right? Rhino, hold on, let me mute it really quick. I'm gonna mute YouTube. Rhino, I'm talking to you specific. I'm talking to my whole Discord actually, but since Rhino's the only one who wants to talk back. I think you're going back and forth between your ladder and the chart, and that's very difficult. I don't know how you're managing that, but I don't recommend it. I've also never seen you trade, so maybe if you want to send me a clip or something so I can get a better idea of what's happening, because here's I'm gonna go through it again. This morning it was break a purple, break a green, and either way we were testing it. So this one, whatever, if you collected, you collected. If you didn't, you didn't. But I 100% said on the break of this yellow, 100%. I know for a fact because I remember drawing this right here. I remember drawing that right there. So I think maybe there's a language barrier, and I'm gonna try to be better and not use like so much American lingo or slang or innuendo or stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna work on. I think that's probably it. It has to be it, because I'm having a hard time understanding what else it could be. Yeah, thank you. I'm watching you. I'm watching the chat. I fixed it, by the way. No, go ahead and type. I can. Yeah. Go ahead and type. Because something happened to my computer and I wasn't able to hear anything when you guys were typing, but now I can hear it. So go ahead and type. Okay, you're absolutely right. You're right on this statement here, because my goal here is not for you to be dependent on me forever. So yes, I'm presenting you. I always tell you what I'm thinking, so you know the thought process, that I'm not just randomly saying stuff, that I have a reason for what I'm saying. And I'm trying to be repetitive so you can, so that repetition, because that's all this is, it's repetition. I'm trying to be repetitive so you can just so it's ingrained in your mind. Eventually you're gonna hear me say the same thing so many times over and over and over that you're gonna be ahead of it. But I also think you're a little bit new to this, takes time, so you may be putting a little bit too much pressure on yourself. And look, your last trade was a winner. You can't be wrong twice in a row. All right, let me. I'm reading your comments, by the way, so just give me a second. I thought you were maybe okay. So look. This question, right, or this thing you said right here, maybe okay, maybe looking for a re-entry for puts. Okay, this comment right here, I need you to. Whatever I said to make you think that, watch. This is what happened in real life. This is what happened in real life. In real life, I said, while we're in, because I think, okay, listen. This is what happened in real life, and I'm going to send you the tape. I'm going to take the timestamp. I said, if you're looking for safety, this is it. Right? So that means this would have been your entry. Here, if you're looking for safety, this is it. Now, if you want to scalp puts on the way there, that's on you. This is why I highlighted this one too, and I highlighted this one too as well. And we knew to, and I said, if you're in this lick box, you can only get what you get. And I said, we're in this lick box until we're not. Right? So when were we out of the lick box? Up here. There's nothing more I can do. I know for a fact that I drew this, and if I said something to make you think that I have a bias, I'll set the record straight right now. The fact is, I don't know what the market's gonna do. I have to let the price action tell me. I'm telling the Discord members what to look out for so you know what the entries do look like. That's all I can do. So while you're in this lick box, you're in the lick box. That's all and then what we needed to look for, here, let me clean up the chart. If you're on YouTube trying to understand lick box and all these weird terms, you gotta join the Discord. If we're in the lick box, this is what we said we're looking for, right? We said we're looking for the micro structure. But don't overstay your welcome, because high day. And your best bet is to look for, watch. I literally said your best bet is to look for a break, retest, watch. A break, a retest, and a reject of this key level above the liquidity box. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go through every minute of this live stream, and I'm gonna send you the timestamp of where I was extremely clear of what the put was. Number one, we had to break purple. Number one, minimum we had to break purple. The price had to break purple, number one. And if you're still in the lick box and you don't like if you don't like embracing for retrace inside of the lick box, this is what I said. You wait for this cup to close. And then this is your entry. And then why is this your entry? Because you need all of this to happen to know you have the momentum. This is momentum, right? So this, everyone got stopped out. This is the market settling the orders, and now it's time to rock. You don't get confirmation until here. And why do we wait for here? Because we know there's a lot of liquidity here, and we got to see who wins. We don't know who wins. The best way to know who wins is when it breaks, retest, and reject. Now, if I'm leaning you towards a bias, don't. I should not be leaning you towards a bias because I don't know the answer. I need certain things to happen. Certain things need to happen for me to say the market's going up or down. Now, over here, what needed to happen was this ugly cup and handle. That's what needed to happen. It was the microstructure within the liquidity box. You see it? Now, we got lucky that it was very clear to see this one. We got confirmation once we get a break and retest. Once we had our... So, waiting for the confirmation, that's the hard part. I think you're going in on flexion and you're not waiting for confirmation. You're trying to get the perfect entry to try to time the move instead of waiting for the move to come to you, right? So let's say it was going to go down. Your entry had to be somewhere along purple. That's just what it is. If you're thinking puts, if you want puts, minimum you have to know that all this liquidity got taken out and then it broke purple. So it's important that it builds and then breaks. If it doesn't build and break, then what do you have? You just have a trend. You're just building. I hope that made sense because that sounded kind of smart. That sounded kind of smart. I actually like that saying. Now look, on our macro scale, look what's happening. And look, we went over this with the homework the other day. We went over this with the homework, right? You're just doing this. You're in this. Now you need to look for what? Weakness. You want to see weakness coming in. What does weakness look like? You're going to start seeing what? Lower lows. And maybe this lower low is going to be along with this shoulder. You see, Ron? And if it's not, then look, this is... Oh, wait. What the hell? What the heck? Ah. Okay, if it's not, then look. You're still in the pattern. Right? So this is the liquidity. This is going to tell you a lot. This is going to tell you a lot. Here, now let's redo our liquidity box. Watch. Hold on, I messed it up. Look, one of these two things is going to happen. One of these two things is going to happen. Right? Maybe stop trading in the first, wait for more data. I don't know what needs to happen, but one of these two things is going to happen. So if you're in here, let's look for, watch. I mean, this would be ideal, right? You want to look for, here, let me clean it up. Everyone sees it. Let me clean it up. You want to look for this. Right? If it wants to go down, that's the pattern you want to look for. Very simple. If it wants to go up, watch. I'm just giving you an idea. I don't know for a fact this is going to happen, but you need to look for the pattern that makes it go up, right? Is that clear? Let me just clean all this up. Okay. Whoa, Ron, that sounds a little frisky. That sounds a little frisky. All right. So now you just gotta wait for it to happen. We just simply gotta wait for it. Let the trade come to us. Let the trade come to us. We stress-free. We know what to expect here. And if it doesn't, look, if it doesn't do it, then we know what watch. If we start to do this, then you know what to expect. That's not a crazy expectation, right? It's not crazy to think that. And if you were wrong, it's okay to be wrong on this. Why? Because that is a reasonable expectation and you can't win them all. But just wait for the trade. Watch. I'll show you. It's gonna get easy. Yeah, I didn't sleep either. I was rough. Look, I promise you, one of these two things is gonna happen. Now, how you play it out, that's, I can't do, you know, what can I do about that? I can't do anything about it. I'm telling you, one of these things is gonna happen. And we know what our entries look like, right? You know, personally, if it is going to go up, I'd like to see a strong, we want to see deep structure if it wants to head up, right? So maybe deep structure is going to look like a bounce off 71.49. Maybe that's going to be the deep structure to take it up if it grabs liquidity from 71.49 and shoots up. So on this break of purple, you know, you're better off because you know liquidity, risk to reward, you're better off for the break, retest, and reject. Now, if it just breaks purple and just starts shooting down all of a sudden, then, you know, then I get, you know, you missed the trade, I guess. But your best bet is to the break, retest, reject. That's the answer. Ron, you didn't miss anything. We do it every day. You didn't miss anything. You just got here. Don't worry. You didn't miss anything. We do it every day. You need to stop thinking I missed. We do it every day. Trust me. So look, while you're in this lick box, you're agreeing to the price. You're saying liquidity means we agree. That's what liquidity means. We're all agreeing to the price. Everyone here agrees to this price. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You're in the liquidity. If you wait for your break, retest, reject, that'll probably be the best. Because we also don't know how long this box is going to go for. We don't know. How do you know if someone's going to push buy in like 5 seconds? How do you know if someone's going to wait till it tests right here and then put a buy order or a huge sell order? We don't know that. So then we shouldn't be trying to predict it. Let's wait for the market to tell us the direction. It always does. And how do we do that? We're using our algorithms, our trend lines, our lick boxes. That's how you know. And then maybe use some of the indicators to help you. Don't go, don't trade off the indicator. I don't recommend that, but. So now we're patient. We're going to sit here and wait and see what's going to happen. One of these things is going to happen for sure. And if it doesn't, then perfect. You know why? Because it means you're stuck in a range and you don't want to get caught in that either. So it's always going to work just the way I'm telling you. It's never not going to work unless there's like, some random event where the market just decides to hell with structure, to hell with filling orders. And your best bet for this, again, the shoulder, right? We always like right shoulders. We like right shoulders. We like handles and right shoulders. That's what we like. So then if you're asking where would the handle be here, it could be like this. Watch, let me show you. The handle could be like that. Wherever this is. That could be one. The handle could be like that. That could be one. But, certain things need to happen before we know what's going to happen. All we know is we're stuck here. Matter of fact, the lesson that I was going to give Sunday, well, I don't know if I'm going to do it this Sunday because it might take, because I want to put it together nicely and present it nicely. And I think that's going to take me a few hours to actually put it together. It's going to take me hours to teach something that's going to take me like 20 minutes, maybe not even 20 minutes, but it's okay. But I want to put together a good lesson, and it's exactly on what we're talking about now. So it was good timing. And to show that I'm not lying, I already have it written down. I can take a screenshot of it if you like, but I've already planned for this. So now we just wait. The market will tell us. Now, ideally, we like the purple to be here, right? On the shoulder. That's where we want the purple to break. This is going to be your level. Well, still in this liquidity box, so we'll give it a 2. But this is going to be your higher confidence, right? Once we get down here, form a purple, and then break this purple, now we know we form the shoulder. This is the answer. Did everyone just hear what I just said? Did everyone just hear what I just said? If not, I'll repeat it. Okay, got you. Okay, good. We prefer this. This is ideal for us. Now, if we can get something out of this, great. But I'm telling you what the ideal setup is. If we can make if we can scalp it until this shoulder, sure. All right, we are below the water, starting a maybe bull cycle. Let's check the higher time frame. Okay. So So maybe we're seeing some weakness come in. Maybe we're seeing some weakness. Let's see if they grab liquidity or if they decide to push it down. So when I'm saying grab liquidity, we're seeing if they're going to grab liquidity from down before the up, or if they're going to break below, retest, and reject. Very simple. Very simple. So look, if you're taking trades, let's say you're taking trades here. If you're taking this break of purple, your risk to reward is to this pink, because we know pink had a lot of liquidity, right? I already identified that. Your risk to reward is the pink. If you get anything past pink, good on you. Good on you. You can't ask for anything more than level by level. If you want a little more confirmation, you wait for this structure to play out that I'm showing. This is the answer to the test. This is the answer. I'm identifying the risk for you. I'm telling you what is reasonable expectation. And hopefully, over time, you're going to realize, okay, I can only go level by level. If I'm still in the liquidity box, I'm agreeing to the price. You know, and here's what you're risking is the opportunity. Like, oh, because you're going to look back and say, well, I should have got in then. Sure, it's easy to say after the fact, right? Everyone can say they're a winner after the fact. So you know, risk to reward. Do you want to make the safer play and collect something, or do you want to be risky and try to, you know, try to dominate the day trading world in one trade? This is what you need to ask yourself. Look, even on this play right here, the entries work, right? The entries work. How you manage it, that's on you. There's nothing more, I can't do anything about that. I can just say, if we break below this, it has to go to the next level below. And I can only say to the next level. Now in time, this takes time, you're going to recognize the patterns. And you're going to recognize how the market breathes. You're going to recognize, maybe I need to hold longer. I'm still in a downtrend here. I can't let these one or two, I'm giving an example. I can't let one or two green candles scare me out in a downtrend. Or I can't let one or two red candles scare me out in an uptrend. This is the part that takes time. I'm telling you where all the liquidity is. I'm showing you. I have it, you know, marked out in pink for a reason. The reason why Pink Rangers win is because that's where the money is. And if you play it right, you can get a part of that money. Yeah, yeah. Today's being technical. Today's a very technical day. So I do like the fact that we had some retracement all the way down here. So if it did want to break our magenta here, you know, maybe we got some strength. To where? We can at least say to high a day. So we'll mark out high a day, right? Wait, what? Okay, yeah, we marked out high a day. So at least you got some strength to high a day. That's all you can ask for, right? And And then if it really has that type of move, it's gonna do this. You know, this lick box will extend, and then it'll fully play out the inverse, or excuse me, the regular cup and handle. So I think this pink has a lot of say so here, and I actually see the liquidity a little bit below pink. You see right here, I see it a little bit below pink, so I'm a little sketchy on, you know, I would recommend break and retest. That's the answer. If it wants to go down, I recommend the break and retest, something like that. If it wants to go up, look for that. Now again, I don't know when this is gonna happen. So, you know, this is on an axis, an XY axis. So when, I don't know when. This could happen right now. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know when someone's gonna hit buy a whole bunch of calls right now and drive the price up. I don't know that. You don't know it either. That's why we need to wait to see. You wait for the setup. We don't always have to be in a trade. That's not a thing. Just because you see some green candles doesn't mean, oh, I should buy a call right now. It doesn't mean that. I mean, it could, but it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Now remember, I don't know when. So if you see this cup drawn way out here, I don't know when it's gonna happen. It could be like this. Or here, let me show you what I'm talking about. It could be like this. So I don't know when, but I know what it needs to look like. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll probably just move it over like this. I really wanted to extend it, but I'll just move it over. So look, one of these two things is going to happen. It is. And if it doesn't, even better, because you know you're stuck in here. So be patient. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Don't overtrade. Do you see how all the liquidity is held on pink? Pink has a lot of liquidity in it. So I'll make a new one. I'll make a new lick box. Watch. I just extended this out just for, because it needs to be extended out. Do you see? Ron, do you see? You see what I'm talking about, Ron? How do you know the orders came in here? How do you know that? You're still in the lick box. You see it? It just happened. It literally just happened right in front of your face. Do you see how we identify the risk? It literally just happened. There's no way to know this is going to happen. So we have to wait for the momentum to show us. Now we need to start having a thesis set up. Is this happening? You need to ask yourself, is that what's happening right now? Wait for the confirmation underneath pink. On the break, retest, reject the pink. Or are they building liquidity? Look, this is liquidity building, right? That's what's happening. Everyone's agreeing to the pricing here. Everyone, whoever's buying in here, they're agreeing. They're like, yep, I like it. I'm buying here. Whenever someone finally does make an order that the market has to say, okay, well, the next order block is up here, or, excuse me, the next order block is up here, or the next order block is down here, we need to clear this. We need to get out of this. And we'll know because it's either going to be, look, this or this. It's going to be like that. That's the answer. Watch. And if it's not, then you know you're in a range. And we don't like to trade in the range, right? Stress-free. Easy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm still here with you. I'm just being quiet. I'm here. So let's see if we get a weak bull cycle, right? We're looking for a weak bull cycle. Let's check the higher time frame. Okay, we identified the weakness. Remember, we identified the weakness here. We identified there's going to be some weakness. Now we wanted to look for lower lows to confirm that weakness. We need the lower lows to confirm the weakness, right? So this is the high. This is the shoulder. We need to confirm it underneath here, which would probably coincide with underneath 67.49. Excuse me, what did I just say? 71.49, 671.49. So wait, just wait. If you're in this lick box, you're agreeing to the price. You're agreeing that this is what you want to buy and sell for. Now, don't forget, it's Friday. They like to burn out the contracts. They want to use theta. They want to use theta. if we start rejecting back above, I'm on the 30-minute chart now. If we start rejecting back above 70, what is this? 71.55. If this starts happening, then it'll make sense with our magenta. So we just got to be patient here. There's nothing to do. You're in the lick box. You're agreeing to the price. If you're buying it here, you're agreeing. If you get down here, then you're thinking, yeah, I agree. It should be lower. If you get up here, then yeah, I agree. It's probably going to go higher. That's how you got to start thinking. You're in this lick box. Also, we've identified chop. This is very important. We've identified the chop. We know that there's no trade in here. Very simple. We've identified chop. We have to get out of this chop. First of all, this is stress-free, easy trading. I'm gonna remove some of these. I don't know which. Actually, I'm not going to remove any of them. It is what it is. I got to keep them there. All right, are we paying attention to the 5-minute? Wait for your confirmations. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Wait for your confirmations. If you're inside this lick box, you're agreeing to the price. I'm going to clean up the chart just a little bit. We don't have to be stressing here. We know what needs to happen. We've identified chop. Very important that we've done this. We know we're in chop right now. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow, look at Ron. Look at Ron. There you go, Ron. All right. You're starting to see it, Ron. There we go. I know exactly what you're talking about too, right? This. Am I right? There you go. There we go. Okay. All right. This is good. That's good. See, now you're doing it before I am. You see it, Ron? You see it? I've said it so many times. You're seeing the pattern. It's going to happen. Whatever you just said is going to happen. You're doing. Look, It's happening for you, Ron. It just took a little bit of time. Little bit of time. I love it. Absolutely love it. And now you're measuring risk to reward, right? You see high a day. If that happens, you're measuring risk to reward, you see the high a day. So this is the risk. If you're trading in here, you're agreeing to the price. Okay, that was really good analysis, Ron. I'm okay. See, takes time, but you got it. It's a matter of time. This is what I'm telling you. It's a matter of time. You're only gonna get better. I'm getting better, so you're gonna get better. Steel sharpens steel, and my goal is to make you steel, so you can do things like you just did. The thing you just did, that's what I need you to do. Look how it's working out perfect, Ron. Everything you just said is perfect. Great analysis. Great analysis, Ron. That's not an accident. You see it now, right? That's not an accident. You were able to call that before. You knew that wasn't an accident. I know we're doing the right thing now. I know we're doing the right thing. You should feel... Yes. You should feel good. Yes. Good job. I like that. Good analysis. Good analysis. Takes time. And, you know, what we're doing takes traders years. If you're able to do it in months, think about that, right? Think about it. You're doing this in months. Or I don't know, weeks. Some of you weeks, right? Days, actually. Some of you days. But, yeah, weeks, months. And I'll be honest, I'm getting better as well. So we're growing. We're still stuck in this chop. Nothing to do here while in this chop. Your best bet, break. If you want puts, break retest of pink. All right, now just be patient, stress free. It's easy now. Now it's easy. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I have to step away for a second. There's someone at the door. Give me 1 moment. Or I have someone coming to work on the house. Give me a second. All right, look, I have this one at 3. Okay, everyone see it? Let me make sure everyone sees it. This is the 3 right here. Yep, there you go. We're gonna have to use this one because look, this is liquidity built up in here. See it? We're gonna use green, okay? So build in purple, break green. If it's gonna go down, we don't know yet. We're still in the lick box, right? We're still in this lick box. We knew all the liquidity is built up here. Break, retest, reject. That's what we want to see on pink. Why? Because look at all this. It's going to have to do the same thing on the way down. I mean, it doesn't have to, but look out for the pattern. This is a 2. 2, small risk to reward. Okay, let's see. From 671.92 to this is a over 30 cents, so I have to consider this a winner. If you didn't protect your trade by now, there's nothing more I can do. If you didn't collect profit, there's nothing more I can do. Ron, I would like to give you a compliment on your analysis just now. Very good identification of our wedge that formed. And Bob is your uncle. Look at the money that just got printed. This is good money. This is good money. If you measure your risk to reward, you're like, I know I can only target to here. Maybe I should go 25 contracts right now and you know, take the quick couple thousand or however much your delta is, whatever your delta is. Let me go heavy on these contracts. I know I can get it to here. I built up enough liquidity. This is how you measure risk to reward. This is how you make this a sustainable thing. You don't have to stay in a trade all goddamn day. You don't. And then if you want to get out here, you get out. You take your money and leave. That's on you. If you want to let it ride, you let it ride. Did I identify the entry to perfection? I did. I did identify the entry to perfection. There's nothing more I can do. Now, if you want to wait for, if you're waiting for this, you want to wait for a break and retest, okay. If it shoots off without you, nothing I can do. The entry was on magenta. That was the entry, right? It's been magenta, 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 magenta. So magenta was the entry. I have it highlighted, risk to reward. Everything worked out perfect. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. You see how it's stress-free? Like, this is stress-free. It is inside the lick box, correct. However, we identified that if you're in the lick box, you can only ask for this. If you want it to go more, if it's above, then you let it run. Yes, you're right. It is still in the lick box. Fine. But this is the entry. You can only ask for this much. If it goes more, then fine. That's what I'm trying to identify the risk to reward. Is this enough for you? Because look, what if it broke way up here and you're going from magenta to here? Is this worth it? Or is this worth it? Can you get 30 cents out of this one? Can you get, you see what I'm saying? You got to measure it. Which one is worth it to you? You got to measure it. I can't, I don't know your risk tolerance. I'm just telling you from here to here, that's all you can ask for. That's why I said measure the risk to reward. If it goes past, great. But don't expect anything until we're going level by level. Because here's what the lick boxes are, right? Top of the lick box, bottom of the lick box. Top of the lick box, you just know the pattern that you're in. If it goes past it, great. This is stress-free. This didn't take any thought. This took absolutely no thought. And also, Ron, this exact same thing that I put it in the homework the other day, it was saved under the Word document. Literally, this is exactly what's happening right here, right now, to the top of the link box or whatever, is in the homework. And I have it highlighted on how you can, for exits, where your exit should be or where your entry should be. This exact same thing that just happened right here is in the homework. And now this is where you'd implement your, am I taking guardrail? Is that what I feel safe with? Am I doing key level? Is that what I feel safe with? Or am I doing the other thing? The MACD, is that what I feel safe with? This is where you're coming up with your strategy, okay? This is where you're coming up with it. The entries are identified. How you manage your risk, that's something I can't do. No, I'm not saying not to. What I'm saying is you're agreeing and you can only ask but for so much. If we get outside the lick box, let it run a little, maybe let it run a little bit. While we're still inside it, you're at the mercy of the range of the lick box, right? If you're inside of a macro algo, let's say we have a big, orange algo, you're at the mercy inside of that algo from the bottom to the top. Same thing with the lick box. You're in the mercy from the bottom to the top. This is literally drawn out and written out in the homework from, I forgot when I did it. It was a couple, I can go back and look at it, and I'll actually put it on the, I'm going to put it in the lesson plans, or in the getting started section. Okay. Look, if you waited for white, you entered on white. If you didn't collect money by now, there's nothing I can do. If you stop yourself out now, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing more I can do. This is a winner, right? This is a winner. Nothing more I can do. If you waited for the lick box, fine. If you want to wait till the top of the lick box, okay. If you didn't already stop out or take your profit, you know, this is, let's see, 27, that's 30 cents. Literally, like, wait, 60, from 29 to 60, that's 30 cents, right? That's all I said I can guarantee. I'm going to consider this a win because we agreed to that, right? You can collect money in 30 cents. We agreed to this. The entry was actually on break of magenta, right? If you wanted to wait for safety, fine. But when you're waiting for safety, you understand your reward is going to be less. It has to be, because you're being a little more risky here. Why is this risky? Because you're still at the mercy of the lick box. If you get more past it, great. But you can't ask for more than that, right? Look at the money we just printed. There it is. Look at the money. If you wanted to do your safety, fine. You're safe. Now you implement your strategy. Whichever one you want to do. You want to do the guardrail. You want to do key level. You know, this is all in the homework. None of this is a surprise. We knew our put entries were here, right? We knew our put entries were on green. We knew our call entries were on magenta. Is this clear? Break and retest is the safest. Is it possible that it just shoots off without you? Yes, that is possible. There's risk involved. I don't know if it's going to break and retest. I don't know if it's going to shoot out. I don't know, you know, that the whale placed the orders, how they placed their orders. There's no way to know that, right? We're going off probabilities. That's all I can do. So again, the entry was on break and magenta, or for calls. The puts were break a green. I even highlighted it 3. So beyond this, there's nothing more I can do. If you want to wait for a retest here and continuation, you know, make sure it all makes sense with, let's see the higher time frame. Does it make sense for continuation up? Is this going to be a weak a bear cycle for continuation? Don't know. We got some room on the 30 maybe. Don't have a bias. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what, we know there's orders here. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. But I know the probability that if we break this, you know, I can probably get something till here. Anything past that is good on you. I can't ask, you can't ask for anything more. 30 cents, that's what I offered. That's what happened. And it's still going, by the way. So don't overstay your welcome. That's all I got to say. Take your money and get out. Stick to your strategy. Whatever you decide. If you want to do MACD, if you want to do the guardrail, if you want to do key level, you need to come up with your strategy. I cannot do that. I can only tell you where you can most likely make 30 cents. 30. That's what I'm here for. Anything past that, if you can't make a living off a 30-cent move based on contract sizing and understanding risk management, then we need to have a talk. We're going to have a talk and we're going to go over how it is possible to do it. So Rhino, you need to ask yourself, you know, on the break of whatever your entry was, whatever you feel comfortable with, right? You got to ask yourself, what exit strategy is the best for you? Are you comfortable with holding for retracement, or do you want to wait for break of guardrail, get out, go heavy and get out? You know, there's options here. Do you want to go light and wait for MACD? There's options. But you need to come up with it. I can't, that's the part I can't do. Well, as long as you don't stop out for a loss, it's fine, because the home runs will come. If you protect your trade and don't get stopped out for a loss, then what's the problem with that? You can always get back in. It's not like the stock market closes down just because it stopped you out. Get back in. Take your profit. Unlocked. It turned against me for a big while. So it shouldn't be. Okay. Okay. Look, we're gonna go through everything you just said right now. We're gonna go through everything you just said. So the entries were on the break of magenta for our up. I mean, actually, besides this right here, there was no real retracement on anything. Besides this one right here, you know, this one red candle, there's no retracement. If you're putting your stops too tight, I don't know. The only thing I can say is stop doing that. I know that's not what you want to hear, but the entry was on magenta. I highlighted it. You actually identified the wedge. You literally said wedge. Right? So if this is the entry, it never even retraced. It's I don't get it. I don't know. Ron, you need to show me how you're doing. Like, if you're using that ladder thing, man, I just don't know if that's gonna work in this environment, dude. I'm being honest with you. I need to see how it works, because I'm very skeptical of it. I'm very skeptical of it because I don't know how. So it looks just like this, and you're able to move your stop loss, like slide your stop loss on the chart. If it looks just like this, and you have like a little, I don't know, like a little sign here that says, and then you can click on this and drag it. Is that what's happening? So it's like, the price goes up, and you're able to drag it along this. Is that happening? I need to know. Because if that's not happening, that's what needs to happen. In my opinion. Yes, I have. I can see both. Huh. Okay, I would still like you to send a screenshot. If possible. I would like to see it myself. You don't have to. I don't want to see any of your personal information. But it would just, I don't know, make me... I just would like to see it. Because I don't know how. Like, we didn't have any put entries. I think, oh no, this was our only put entry, was on the break of this green. The break of this green was the only put entry. We never got another put entry. We only had call entries. And then Rhino, look to see what, look, you see what's happening on the MACD, right? You see how you get another bite at the apple? You see how you get another bite at the apple, Rhino? So you need to figure out, are you a go heavy, get out on what is this, the guardrail, or you want to maybe go a little bit lighter and you can survive to see how much you can actually get out of it, right? And then you wait for the cross. This is what you need to figure out, but it's gonna work. Over the probabilities, it's gonna work. Is it gonna work every time? I don't know. If you're not taking profit when you need to, I can't do it. 30 cents is what I'm telling you. I think that's reasonable. 30 cents is reasonable. This is far more than 30 cents, obviously, but the entry was here. It never retraced. It never even looked back. This is a safe trade. Okay, good. Good. And I know I'm sounding nosy, Ron, trying to get up in your business about your brokerage and stuff, but if you don't feel comfortable, then don't send it, obviously. But it would just, you know, I would like to see what it looks like so I understand, like, how is it possible that I don't know how you get stopped out on this play. It didn't go back. It never went back. And the put entry was below green. So there was no put entries. I don't know how we're getting stopped out if it's only going one direction. It's only going one direction. Like you're too zoomed in. That's what that means. You're too zoomed in and you're allowing one candle to stop you out. You're not using the strategies that I've implemented, which is either the guardrail. You can't be using the guardrail. It's impossible. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm gonna look for that homework assignment. I have a Word document where I have screenshots and I have entries and exits and how to play it. I'm gonna go look for it. It's actually in our trade chat. You can scroll through. It's a Word document. Okay, yeah. Go. I'm gonna upload that. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna put it in the getting started because that is the risk management. Like it's really hard to lose like that. And then another thing we have to understand is if we're above the water, we're in the uptrend. That just means, you know, if we're above the water, we're in the uptrend. There's no reason to leave your trade if you're above the water. You know, you want to look for weakness. You want to look for something else, but we'll get there. It takes time. I mean, again, I have to say we are 100% on the day because everything hit. Even this one hit. It, you know, was 1, 2, 3. You know, let's see. Actually, it would have been hard. You would have to get out quick because if you got on this one, you would have had to get the perfect fill. You would have had to get the perfect fill. And there's nothing I can do if you don't get a perfect fill, right? I can't do anything about that. So if we're looking for long, we want to wait for either a weak bear, a rejection of 72.91 for continuation up, and then the other option is, let me show you, watch, because there's always, you know, the market goes in two directions. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. Good call out, Ron. Good call out on the wedge forming. Really good call out. You called it. You're the one who called it. You called it. I'm amazed. Like, I think it's an easy fix. Whatever the issue is that you're having, I think it's an easy fix because you called this play like literally before it happened. So I know you're getting it. You're understanding structure at least. I know that. You're understanding structure. You're understanding liquidity. You're just having an issue with where you're putting your stop and not allowing the play to play. That's the only issue. It's not the entry, it's where you're putting your sell orders. This is the answer. I'm 100% positive. I've never been more sure of anything in my life. That's fine. And if you didn't want to take the trade there, then the break and retest of 72.29. You don't have to take a trade. I'm identifying the risk. You can only ask for the top of the lick box. That's it. If you're inside, you're agreeing that you're willing to take inside of here. If it goes more, cool. But here's the thing. I 100% put all of this information out in the homework. So it's incumbent upon you guys to take that time and to look it over, understand it. If you don't understand it, talk to me. I talk to everybody. Now look, in order for you, like puts, look how far puts away are. Like they're so far away. Like it has to be puts underneath pink, first of all. And green, you know, if we get way up here, If we get way up here, then you can only ask for green, right? Level by level. Let's say if it breaks green, don't expect it to go all the way down here, level by level, you know, manage your expectation. Understand the pattern. Look what's happening in green. Top of green, bottom of green, top of green. We're gonna see if we go bottom of green. Give me a moment. I don't feel well. I'll be right back. I just got sick. Give me a second. Excuse me, okay, I'm back. Man, out of nowhere, I just get sick. Excuse me. Okay, let me read this. Okay, Ron, you need to paper trade until you need a paper trade until you can execute. That's the answer. Don't sit here, just send me that screenshot. I hope you do. If you don't, that's fine, but send that screenshot. And again, look, I said a long time ago, one of these two liquidity boxes is going to be hit. One of them is going to be hit. How you manage that risk, I can't control that. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think of something that there's nothing I can say that's 100% definite in the stock market. I can only go off of probabilities, and yeah. I can't beat myself up over this because I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. You know, I said one of these liquidity boxes is gonna get hit. How you manage that risk? Jeez. Now again, look, again, from what is this? 29 to 58. It didn't hit 60 yet, so we'll wait. We'll see if it hits 60. We'll see if it hits 60. Okay, 60. So again, break, retest, reject. If you didn't take the retest and the reject, this is 30 cents. There's nothing more I can do. If you wanted to wait for the break and retest, I just literally just said it, then that's fine. Wait for the break, retest, and reject. This is plenty of money. This is what I'm at. This is what I'm, you know, not guaranteeing, but this is what I'm offering. I'm telling you where the money is. 30 cents is good money. We have to manage our expectation. Look at this guy. This guy's insane. Rhino, you are crazy, man. Look at this guy. Because hopefully it's because I said, look, as long as we're above the water, we're in the uptrend. As long as we're above the water, we're in the uptrend, and real gangsters are gonna hold for the weak cycles. You usually get another shot at the apple. You usually get another shot at the apple. Bite. I said shot. You usually get another bite at the apple. Sorry. Don't shoot your apples. Doesn't work like that. Okay, so look, the strategy, it works. It just works. It just works. Nothing more I can say. If you're not taking profit, I can't force you to take profit. Okay, YouTube. I am probably gonna call it here. It's been a pleasure. If you're interested in learning how to trade like this, send me an email to LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com and I'm gonna get you sorted out. Discord, I'll be in there in a second. Give me a second, let me just close on YouTube. Okay, that's my time. Have a good day, YouTube. Bye. Monday, see you Monday.